Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word and sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. I'm going to start in Genesis 25 and 20. It says, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. All right, it's verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire with the Lord. All right, so she was saying if she was able to conceive, why was she having so many, I guess you would say, complications these days. All right, but Jacob, all right, the progenitor, the forefather of the Israelites, all right, you Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole, Indian, all right, and Esau, okay, which is the progenitor or the forefather, all right, of you, so-called white people, born confusion and faces. All right, they was in the womb struggling and fighting. All right, and that fight has gone on, since they were, not since they were born, but since they were in the womb. All right, that's why the spirit of Esau and the spirit of Jacob, all right, the spirit of the so-called white man and the spirit of you Negro, Latino, Native, the spirit of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole, Indian, and the spirit of the so-called white man always clash. All right, that's why there'll never be peace between us. That's why there'll never be no peace between us. All right, we've been in this place, even in the ancient world, but we've been in this place, just speaking on America, all right, for all this time, and it's always going to be a conflict. All right, if you look at, Darren Chauvin, all right, when you look at his face when he had his knee on George Floyd's neck, that's the true spirit of the Edomite towards an Israelite. All right, that face is like suffer, niggas suffer. Like that's how they are with us. All right, and boring coon ass niggas. All right, we always gonna have that hatred towards them because it started in the womb. All right. But she went and entreated of the Lord, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right, the 2 nations is talking about the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom. All right, that's the nations that was in the womb, all right, of Rebekah at that time. All right, 2 nations that's always going to have problems. 2 nations that's going to always, have conflict with each other. All right? It ain't going to stop until Esau is burnt off the face of the earth in the kingdom of heaven. All right? We always going to have problems no matter how much, you try to ingratiate yourself or integrate with the Edomites. They always going to have problems with you, man. All right? It's spiritual, man. If brothers seen that show called Them, it's a show, I got it on my phone, I don't really know what platform it is, but it's a show called Them, and it just shows, this is back in the day, Jake moved out to California, all right, in the 50s, let's say the 50s, I believe so, and all them Edomites just hated the nigga, you know what I'm saying, him, his wife, his children. They just hated him. Why? Because it's a spiritual hatred. If you sit down with an Edomite who's openly racist and say, why you don't like Negroes, why you don't like Latinos, they're not going to be able to say nothing for real because it's spiritual. They don't know why they hate you. It ain't like they spiritual. It's just the way the Most High made it, all right? You have a protagonist and an antagonist in every movie, all right? And in the Most High's movie, all right, Esau is the antagonist. We the protagonists, man. All right, it's always gonna be a problem. It's always gonna be some beef. It's always gonna be something that Jake is complaining about Esau doing, because Esau's always gonna be doing some shit. Alright, so that's why I say two manner of people. You got the carnal people and you got the spiritual people. Alright. And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Alright, the one people shall be stronger than the other. Alright, and that stronger people is the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole, Indian. We the stronger people. Alright, not only physically but spiritually, man. Alright, what other nation on the planet could have survived that hardcore bondage, man? And we still the best people on the planet. You know, we the Israelites, man. You know, even when you go to the Northern Kingdom, the damn near they try to commit genocide on Gad and Reuben. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Latinos, they did the same thing to them, to us, you know, just the other tribes, but Jake keep on climbing because Jake is a strong people, man. Alright? No matter what predicament, you know, these nations put Jake in, we always shine in a way. Alright? When you look at all those inventions that Israel made, alright, air conditioning, you know what I'm saying? Because Jake was hot as hell on that plantation, or hot as hell being in servitude, so he just created some shit, alright? Scriptures say you the former of all things, man. Alright? So when you talk about strength, you know, no matter what the Israelites go through, we the stronger people, alright? Esau breaks immediately in certain situations, man. You know, that's why you know the kingdom of heaven is going to be hell for them, man. Esau ain't ready to work all day, sun up to sundown. You know what I'm saying? When you read about some of these plantations, alright, and you read the stories of the slaves, it's not like Esau was really feeding Jake. We had to work all day, grow our own crops. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a strong people to do that, or to overcome that. I mean, we still in, you know, servitude and still in bondage now. All right, but once again, we still, you know, the flavor of the earth. Like the scripture say, we salt of the earth. All right, so what people can, you know, have this demon, Esau, try to destroy them and still shine and still come through, you know, come through on top. All right? That's how you know Israel is a strong nation. We're the strongest people on the planet. All right? Because of Yahweh Hashem and Yahushua having mercy on us, because the Lord could have, you know, did away with us, but we his children. You know what I mean? He made us stronger than Esau and you other nations. All right? But it also says the elder shall serve the younger. All right? Now, when we get into continue on, all right, Esau is the elder. He came out first. All right, but the scripture said that the elder shall serve the younger, all right, in the kingdom of heaven, all right. Because when you, as we're gonna get into the story, when you come out, the elder gets the birthright, but the Most High made it, all right, where the younger brother, Jacob, all right, is gonna end up getting the birthright, man. Just like Isaac and Ishmael, man. All right, and that's why. That's a part of the spiritual hatred of Esau, because we got the birthright. Alright? The kingdom of heaven was promised to us. Alright? Through the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on down to the 12 tribes. Alright? The kingdom of heaven was promised to us. Alright? Now, if you want to call them elites, alright, up there, they know. You know what I'm saying? They know we the Israelites. They know who they took into slavery. They know who was over on the western side of the world when they came over here. All right, that's why your man, Christopher Columbus, he had a Hebrew. That's why he had a Hebrew translator. Why we have a Hebrew translator to come over to the western side of the world at that time? All right, because they knew that they was coming over there for the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, but continuing on. It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. All right, that's the elder, Esau. These people born confusion of faces. These people that call themselves so-called white people is the Edomites. All right, came out all red like a hairy garment. All right, because when you look at Esau, even when you look at a so-called white baby, when they first born, they red as fuck. That's how you know what I'm saying? it's talking, that's Esau is the progenitor of the so-called white people.